rare human commodities. One of the most terrifying concepts that comes out of Chung Kuo, a series of books about what would happen if you had a neo-Confucianist, Chinese-driven super future. What? Oh, frolicking females. I could hear them. Hello, ladies. What would it be like? One of the things they discussed was the commodity slave. That eventually we would, in our quest to try to figure out the human genome, one of our biggest successes would actually be to breed things that were not quite human. And then they would not have the same kind of system of rights as humans would either, This is, of course, something, the automaton, something we could come up with that would do our bidding forever. Ghost in the Shell takes this concept on, head on. But, so, one of the things, though, is the first stages of this. You have to have a first stage of what establishes at some point a trend for people to say, what is the value of this human commodity? And one I've been thinking about is that men like me, we litter the streets. Yeah, we jazz June, we die soon. We real cool, we shoot pool. We out late, we strike straight. So, we're seeing all these men everywhere on fentanyl, on various drugs. Eventually, you see people will tire. This won't have its novelty. Just be like, oh, these poor people, they're looking for sandwiches. They're on the grind, trying to get the sandwiches, like some AOC dumb girl thing. No. People are gonna grow tired of it. Last night there was some maniac screaming his head off outside. People grow fucking tired of it. So, we won't be rare. Bothersome men will be all over the place. So then it becomes, what do we do about it? In fact, we got all these worthless, bothersome men all over the place. But you see, then the hardest part is that we'll never discuss what do we do about the fact we have all these women that nobody wants to be around even to feed them as they die. They're so scarcely pleasant. They delivered so little when they were young to anybody that now nobody's around to feed them. I mean, what are we going to do about that? Because they won't be rare. These such women are going to become more and more common. What will become rare, what is becoming rare, are the young. We don't have many of them anymore. This isn't a baby boom anymore. This is the first year there was no human growth in the United States of America. So now, what is rare and what is superfluous starts to change in the market. More and more, the rare young worker becomes more and more valuable. Even right now, we need those young people to hire on. There's a lot of people like Gen Xers, like somebody like me, jumping on the job and just doing it and completely adapting within weeks. No problems, no questions asked, just doing it. That's not that normal. Working since I was 14, there's just a lot of jobs I can adapt myself to relatively quickly, and just do them with very little complaint. because I mean that's just, I mean it's, they pay me in money, so but that's not as normal. I'm not that normal for my generation in this. So I'm just thinking about that. You know, there's only so long. I mean, I could hold some kind of market value, really. I know this. Making my own plans about that. But just had to think about, like, for a lot of the MGTOW guys, like, I mean just that this is going to be a trip. This is going to be a trip to see, as we really see, like, an entire generation, like, what are they going to do as they become these people in the workforce that are really not very excited to be in it anymore. And there's no kind of relaxed, chilling kind of job that, yeah, there's no lackadaisical boom time. That now, I mean, you gotta crush it. Like the fact that I could crush the dish room, that no matter how bad the night is, they will be left with almost only utensils, like flatware, to run through. Like I could crush it, no matter how little time I'm given. That's not that normal. Everyone's reaction shows me that's not that normal. And it's because I know it's a knowledge thing. It's knowledge and experience. That's all it is, because it's not that physically skilled. It's mostly the machine and the chemistry working, but it's just knowing what to do. And I'm like realizing that commodity value, that you know, that skill, that experience. It's becoming less and less normal to actually have real experience in a real workplace where you really have to just solve problems and practice solving problems. Yeah. Now also, something I'm curious about, because there's so many different reports on this and people reporting on it, if somebody in the audience could drop your best sources on the Evergrande contagion and other companies it's reaching, especially if they've cited local and regional reports, economic reports, that would be particularly handy. Yeah, I think it would be good for everybody to get an idea of possibly what kind of financiers and such might be involved. You know, not only for each other's good, but also, you know, you never know when you could swing it, you know. Somebody in the audience might be pulling the moves on it, you know, like, oh, this bank is about to go under. Oh wow, you know, who knows? We never know who's in the audience. That's why we maintain anonymity in our clandestine sodality. Strength and honor, brothers. Strength and honor.